What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lantern, bringing you guys the weekly recap for week 2 of season 2 of the NCL. This was the second week. That's pretty much all there is to it, and I think I explained what this actually is in the first one. If I haven't, then you can crucify me in the comments. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I explained what this is in the first one. If you haven't checked out the first one, then you should check out the first one because like these go in chronological order. So what are you doing? Go check out the first one. Anyways, first up is move kills. So as of week 2, the top move kill is still Ice Beam, just like it was in week 1, increasing by only 3 Ice Beam kills I think this entire week in the 6 games, up to 8. And then in second is Flamethrower, and third is Earthquake. It's kind of not really how I would want to put it out, but the way that I've formatted the slide isn't exactly perfect. Um, in actuality, tied for second is Flamethrower, Earthquake, and Scald, each with 5 kills. And then in third is Toxic with 4 kills. We have 55 unique move kills now. The last move claiming a kill for the week was Woodhammer. It actually claimed 3 um, as the last move to get a kill, moving itself all the way up into 14th, which is a big tie for fourth. Um, 6 to 14, moves 6 to 14, all have 3 kills at the moment. So if you want to check that out and you're in the league, check it out on the doc. It's all updated on the doc. We only have 4 unique Z move kills, just like we did last week. No one else got a new Z move kill this week. So there's Supersonic, Sky Strike, Bloom Doom, All Out Pummeling, and Shattered Psyche, each with 1. I don't believe any were claimed in week 2. Next up is the kill leaders. So a few things different on the kill leaders, honestly, between weeks 1 and 2. In first place is Melodic now, my own Melodic. I'm the coach that has Melodic. It actually claimed 4 kills this week and moved itself up into first handily with 7 kills and 6 and a +6 differential. 7 kills, 1 death. Yeah, 4 kills this week, 3 kills last week. Melodic is a monster at the beginning of the season. I'm blown away that it has 7 kills in 2 weeks. It's absolutely insane. Tied for second is Zapdos of the Tampa Bay Buizzles, coached by Ben, with 4 kills, 0 deaths. Same with Tapu Bulu, coached by the Cleveland Cavaliers and Dom, 4 kills, 0 deaths. So again, how I formatted it's whatever. Tied for third is a 4-way tie between Nidoking, coached by Jed and the Adelaide Overheat, Cresselia, coached by Rudiger or Dom and the Cleveland Cavaliers, Excadrill, coached by Cade and the Krabby Dabbies, and Keldeo, coached by Austin and the Atlanta Staraptors. All of them have a +3 differential. Keldeo has 4 kills and 1 death. The rest of them have 3 kills and 0 deaths. So those are the kill leaders. Now, getting later on in the season, this is where I would have a playoff implication slide and sort of talk about clinching and elimination scenarios. Later on in the season, these are going to be a little bit more detailed just because of those scenarios. But we'll hop right into Jed here. Jed is now 2-0, picking up another win this week, picking up a 2-0 win over Matt and the Green Bay Pods. He is second in the Hoenn Conference. No clinching scenarios or an elimination scenarios. It's only week 2. Probably won't have any clinching or elimination scenarios until at least week 8, I would imagine. That's when we had clinching scenarios go into effect last season, was week 8. Although we did have really skewed divisions last season, so I have no idea if that'll still be the case. It may even be week 10 that we get clinching scenarios this season. Yeah, pretty big win on Jed's part against Matt. He played really well around Matt's defense, and he just sort of broke through his team. That's kind of all there was to it. Austin picked up a win, 2-0 +5. He's third in the Sinnoh Conference. Pretty good win from Austin, picking up a nice 4-0 win over Magic and the Stone Point City Blizzard. He counter-teamed the rain really well, although Magic didn't really have any offensive pressure to put on him, and he brought a really cool Z Sunny Day Victini set that actually put in quite a bit of work. Dom 2-0 +10, tied for first in the entire league and solidly in first in the Hoenn Conference, picking up a nice 6-0 win over Jay and the UNC Wingles. Pretty controlled game from Dom. The only scary moment I thought was when Haxorus got to +1, but Suicune ended up just demolishing the Haxorus. Unfortunately, Nacho is 0-2 -5, picking up a second loss, losing to Phil in the Wiltshire War Turtles. He's 5th in the Sinnoh Conference. Nacho probably could have played that game a little bit better. and maybe prepped a little bit better with the Celesteela. It didn't have a steal, it didn't have heavy slam on a physical sweeping set, which is kind of interesting. But he did have. I understand why he had the moves that he had. Seed Bomb was for the Manaphy. I know he had Earthquake on the set, and I know he had Acrobatics, which would have done quite a lot of work, especially with the Akaberry on the set, which got popped. So it looked like it was in position to sweep, but he got burnt by a Fire Fang from the Mega Aerodactyl. Quite a lot of hacks. I believe his Electivire got like fully crit by something. Foul play from Umbreon, I think is what it was. His Electivire after setting up a Z electric terrain, and that could have swept too. So, bad luck on not just part at the same time. So unfortunate loss there. I talked a little bit too much about that game. Matt moving to 0-2 -6, fourth in the Hoenn Conference now. Unfortunate start for Matt. Not something that you really expect from Matt, but um, he does have a very defensive team, and so once his defense is sort of broken through, he does struggle a little bit to be able to wear down opposing offensive checks per se, because I know at least against me it was reasonably foreseeable when Melodic is in versus Florges, and Florges can't really hit the Melodic with anything. It just has to keep wishing and heal belling. That's sort of how I've seen Matt's season go so far, is that he hasn't really been able to click offensive moves very much. So we're looking for Matt to bounce back. Maybe he'll make some transactions to sort of add some more offense to his team. Who knows? Cade picking up an unfortunate loss to the Tampa Bay Weasels and Ben. He had a pretty horrific matchup, but he's now fourth in the Sinnoh Conference. Um, I don't know. It was pretty much hyper offense versus hyper offense. There was no hazards thrown around that game at all. It was an interesting game. Next up's me. I picked up a 6-0 win over Daniel and the Seattle Raptors. So I'm first in the Sinnoh Conference, tied for first in the entire league with Dom Rudiger. Um, I don't know, pretty clean game, honestly. Melodic, again, picked up 4 kills. Melodic kind of hard-walled his entire team, and then at the end I set it up so that Ditto wouldn't be able to copy my Melodic, which would be really difficult for my team to handle. That's pretty much all there was to it. Daniel, unfortunately, moves to 0-2 -10. He's sixth in the home conference, and he's last in the entire league now. Um, Losing 6-0 to me doesn't help with that. He didn't really have a great time against my team, and despite bringing rain, he kind of got shut down. Pretty much all there is to it. Magic also brought the rain, now moves to 0-2 -6, last or sixth in the Sinnoh Conference, opposite from Daniel, who was last in the Holland Conference. Um, Magic didn't bring enough offense this week, and I think he probably could have broken some holes and at least taken some differential back if he had brought a few more sweepers. 2 games in, he's yet to bring his first overall pick in Landorus Therian, so look out for that in the coming weeks. Next up is Ben and the Tampa Bay Weasels, picking up a nice win over Cade and the Krabby Cadabbies. Second in the Sinnoh Conference. He's up to 2 conference wins now, just like Dom. I should point out that Dom has 2 conference wins. Those are important. The conference wins are really important for tiebreaker scenarios, and you only get a total of 5 that you can have. So winning 2 right off the bat is really good, especially for Ben. Picking up 2 important wins. I think winning against Cade is going to be really important this season, just because he's the season 1 champion. You sort of need to get a win against him to be able to feel confident about how you're playing this season. Ben had some really good prep, and honestly, Mega Scizor just kind of tore Cade's team apart in the first place. So there you go. Congrats, Ben. Next up is Jay and the UNC Wingles, unfortunately taking a 6-0 loss to Dom. Fifth in the Hoenn Conference. Not the greatest start for Jay. He did make some transactions, so keep an eye out for the transactions video coming up this week for the week 2 transactions. Yeah, I guess I should call it that. I guess I've sort of been a week off on the transactions videos, so I guess I'll leave it there then. And last but not least is Phil picking up a nice 4-0 win over Nacho, pushing himself into positive differential and a 1-1 record. Third in the Hoenn Conference. Really well played game on his part. Mega Aerodactyl kind of smacked Nacho's team, and he punched some really big holes with Mega Aerodactyl and set Blacephalon up for the late game sweep. So that's all for me. That's your weekly recap for week 2 of season 2, and I will catch you guys for the transactions video this week, and then I'll see you for the weekly recap for week 3 after that.